Hey guys, it's Mike, and you're watching That's Cool Vintage Collectibles. And on this program, we talk about all types of collectible items, from sports memorabilia to old records, rock and roll memorabilia, antiques, other vintage items. And today we're going to talk about this Telecaster. Thanks for joining us today on the program. We are 5 subscribers away from 100, and that would be a great goal for the first month. I'd love to get to 100, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and help us hit that milestone. That would be the first target we have. It's a brand new channel. I've only been at this for about a 4-week period, and I'm thrilled with everybody tuning in, so thanks very much. Today on the show, we're going to talk about the history of my Fender Telecaster. This guitar was years in the making for me to find, and I'll tell you a little bit about that story now. So in 1998, the Rolling Stones brought their Bridges to Babylon tour to Toronto, and it was supposed to happen over the winter. Mick Jagger got sick, things got delayed, and by the time the show actually took place, it was April. So we went in April of 98. We had seats way up in the 500 level at the Sky Dome, but it was great. We were in the building. I'd never seen the Stones before. I'd never seen a show of that magnitude before. I didn't know what the Rolling Stones live looked like. And if you've seen the Stones live, you know what I mean. It's this big spectacle. I think it cost them $1 million to put on a show. I think that's the cost of what it, the stage and everything else each time they set it up. It's an amazing experience, and then you've got the great songs and everything else and the performance to go with it. So it's an amazing thing. And the Bridges to Babylon tour, when it starts, it's all dark in the venue. There's a screen, and there's a little dot on the screen that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and eventually explodes. And as the explosion happens, you hear the opening notes to Satisfaction, and as the smoke clears, Keith Richards is standing there in a leopard print jacket and looking cool as ever. And it was an experience that I'll never forget, and I was so taken by the whole thing and the look of that cream-colored Telecaster. I thought, I gotta find one of those. That's the coolest guitar. So I set out to try to find one. Now, I can't afford the original 1950s Tele that Keith was playing, but I tried to find the next best thing, and it took me quite a while, and I'll tell you the story about that. So after that show, I looked for one of these Telecasters. I couldn't find one. The originals are just so much money, and I can't spend that on this guitar, so I was a little bit down that I couldn't find one. I thought it was a pretty basic color, but it turned out not to be as common. And I looked and looked for this thing for a long time, and I'd given up hope. It was years and years I was looking for this guitar. I checked guitar shops. I checked, all the online sites. I just could not find one of these. I didn't want to have one shipped. I remember finding one on eBay one time and thinking, I don't know if I want to ship this thing. And I just couldn't find one. It just wasn't out there, and I was so down I couldn't find one, and then I kind of gave up, and years went by where I just stopped looking. And then one day I opened Facebook Marketplace and just checked the guitars, and I don't even think I was looking for this, and there it was, and it just glowed on the screen. I was like, there it is. This is the guitar. This is the one I've been looking for almost my entire guitar playing life. It's something. Now, if you guys don't know me, I'm a musician. I play guitar every day. This is something of a tool for me in a way, but I'd been looking for one for a long time, and this thing shows up, and it's 2 hours from my house. So I thought, okay, well, I've got to hopefully be able to get there before it's sold. And I contacted the guy, and I said, I can get there on the weekend. If you can hold it to the weekend, I'll definitely buy it. And he agreed, which was good, because I'm sure he got other offers on this. And I said, I'll take it for sure. I just, I can't get there till Saturday. So I went down on the Saturday and played it, and it was just great. I played it in a parking lot, and so it was everything I'd hoped it would be. It was great, and I ended up taking it home. So that's how I got this Telecaster. This came through that deal, Facebook Marketplace. The color was right. Everything was right, and actually there's one specification from Keith's guitar to this one that I prefer, and that is I like maple necks on Telecasters. So this one had the maple neck. It had everything I was looking for. It's just the perfect Telecaster. It plays great. Every time I perform with it somewhere, people ask me about it. It's not that common a color, and it just has this fantastic vibe. This is a 1991 Fender Telecaster, and I'm just so happy I found it. And I think as collectors, we can certainly get frustrated by having an item on our list that we're looking for, and we just can't find it and can't find it. And never give up. It'll be out there. This took literally over 10 years, and I'd really given up hope. I think it was almost closer to 20 years before I found it. But I found it, and there it was, and I'm so pleased to have it, and it'll never leave the collection. So that's all I got for you today. Is there an item in your collection that took a long time to track down? If so, leave that in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on collecting.